everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, back to talk more comic books, and yes, you've already clicked on it, so you know what you're about to see. We're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy number 12 again. I'm a little behind in my comic reviews, but I really want to talk about comics this week. I really want to dive into comics. And so this is the final issue by Donny Cates on Guardians of the Galaxy, and boy does he go out with a really great bang. I think it's a really nice tribute to not only Guardians of the Galaxy, but everything he's been doing in the cosmic universe. Definitely a great tribute to himself, really. And you know what? With what he's done in the past few years in the cosmic universe, he kind of deserves it. Especially with stuff like this and the creation of Cosmic Ghost Rider. You know, you kind of get to go off. You know, and he's doing Thor, so he's not done with the cosmic universe. He's just moving on to another section of it. And, you know, when you left your mark and made it good in one place, go ahead and do it somewhere else. And if Donny could write more stuff for everywhere, you know. But in this book, okay, we finish off the story of the Church of the Universal Truth. That are about to take over. They're about to make it to Earth and basically kill everyone so that they can, what they want to do is they want to kill death. And I have to sneeze. It's been happening more and more lately. So, and it's Peter's dad. And he's been taken over by this power and, you know, all this faith. And Rocket is dying. He's on his last legs. Everybody else has been taken. The new version of Drax is against them. And it's up to a very, very dying Rocket to save the universe. They've been building up the death of Rocket Raccoon. But really, you know, whatever. You know, like, I hate the way they market it. But it's still an incredible Rocket story where the little guy, you know, takes down the huge, you know, evil force that is the Church of the Universal Truth, right? I always forget what their name is. Probably says it here somewhere. The Universal Church of Truth, yeah. So, as you can see, these guys are on the verge of taking everything and killing death. And unfortunately, the power goes out. And they look and they just see this little tiny blurb in the middle of their screen. And Peter's dad's like, what am I looking at? And he says, tell me that is not who I think it is. You told me he was dead. How is this happening? What is he doing down there? And Rocket, you know, he takes over the comms. He takes over the power on the ship. And you know, he's like, Peter's dad's like, I will not be bested by a raccoon. And I mean, this is great. This is such a great page because he goes, hey, let me tell you something. You're not being bested by a raccoon. You're being bested by an engineer. And that's the true power of it, is that Rocket completely screws with the ship, releases all the heroes from their, you know, stasis, and they're being controlled by the faith of the Church of Universal Truth, and they get out. And Drax comes to basically, he's gonna kill Rocket, and you know, Drax is saying, you know, this version of Drax is saying, you know, why are you still alive? Why don't you just accept your fate? And Rocket spits in his face and says, have that. And even at his worst, you know, he just keeps fighting. How are you fighting this? You should be dead. Yeah, well, my death don't belong to me. You want it? You probably got to go through that. And so all of those heroes, including Cosmic Ghost Rider, and, you know, you got Lockjaw in here, you got Beta Ray Bill, you got, Darkhawk's in here, somebody with Captain America, like a Captain America looking shield. All the Guardians coming up, Mantis, and they come to attack Drax. And they, Dragon, was it Moonstone? She hits Drax she says, "You've been resurrected in my Father's image, reborn with fragmented pieces of a man that never was, in a timeline that the church could reach with their half-dead engines." And she shows him like all these images right here in the bottom corner of the page here, and we get to see, like, I believe this is traced up stuff from like Ron Lim on like Silver Surfer back then. Of Drax the Destroyer, and then Groot puts Rocket inside him, and there's all these guns coming out of the tree, and it's like, hell yeah. And Drax is back, and he tells Rocket he looks stupid, and that's when you know that they've got their version of a version of Drax back. I don't know if it's the real one or not, but Rocket also tells everybody that we got to get the hell out of here because I've set this ship to go back to its original timeline in about a few minutes. And so that's about to happen. Lockjaw's got to get everybody out of there. And Peter's dad's like, please don't leave us like this. If we return to our time without our destroyer, we will all die. The future will die. We will have nothing. And Peter just says, no, you'll have faith. And so he sends him back all the way back to their time, which, if you've been paying attention, is billions of years from now at the end of everything. And who do we know is at the end of everything? I don't know who's there at the end of everything. It's almost like it's all around me. But he hears a voice who says, so you have returned. Your quest across time to kill me, to kill death, no, has failed. I admire your efforts, I do. But try as you might, you see now that none may escape the inevitability of my purpose, now and always. Thanos wins. How dope is that? So they end up at the hospital. Everybody's there in the cosmic waiting room. And everybody kind of says, like Gamora's trying to comfort Peter about his dad, but I mean, really, sorry about your dad going crazy, but we got more important things to deal with, which is Rocket getting better. And we even see that Silver Surfer is there, and it's the Silver Surfer Black. He is in the corner of this page right there. They all try to, he says like, hey, while I got you all here, don't you all stop staring and tell me what's been up? What did I miss the past year? Anything cool? And that's when we get the big splash pages of the Thanos story that Donny Cates wrote, and the creation of the Cosmic Ghost Rider and everything that happened in Thanos with Silver Surfer getting the hammer and all that. And then we pop over to Cosmic Ghost Rider fighting off all the Marvel Universe, basically, and all that went with that, and it's all fantastic. And there's Death sitting there on the side, and then after we get past, then we get to this, like, I believe this is like the death of the Inhumans, which is still, people don't really care about the Inhumans for the most part. If you love the Inhumans, fine. I like Black Bolt, but then we also go to with the art from Silver Surfer Black, which was such a kick-ass Silver Surfer book. I can't begin to tell you how cool Silver Surfer Black was. Okay, where the art was a little weird, but it was telling this really twisted up story about the Silver Surfer. And these were all Donny Cates properties, so it was like an honoring, like, everything that he's done in the cosmic universe. And, Rocket saying, I'm drunk. He's like, he wants everybody to get some sleep. He tells the Guardians to come back and says, like, thank you, all of you. I promise you I'm going to get better. I'm going to beat this and get back on my feet. I know there's a whole galaxy out there to guard, and I can't do it lying here. The whole reason is they found, like, they fixed his out-of-date cybernetics and all the things that were killing him, basically. So the galaxy can wait, they tell him. And that's when we're going to be starting Al Ewing's run on Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, this is kind of a choice that some people aren't happy with. And I guess as far as people goes, as an actual person, I can understand why some people wouldn't want to read the next iteration of Guardians of the Galaxy. While I think that Al Ewing's run on Immortal Hulk is still good, okay, I'm still liking it. Okay, I know that it's not what it initially was, and I know number 25 had a lot of people kind of going, and I didn't hate it. And like other people have said, it should have just been an annual. I agree. And I'm not against where they're headed yet. I kind of like it. There's elements of it that I kind of go, but I think that there's still more surprises for Immortal Hulk, which makes me think that Guardians of the Galaxy, unfortunately, I think it's going to be another number 1 instead of number 13. I think that there's still a lot of hope with Guardians of the Galaxy and Al Ewing taking over. We'll see. That's the thing. We'll see. If you don't like a writer and you just don't want to deal with them because of how they are, fine. I get it. I actually get it. But you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot and report it because I like Guardians of the Galaxy. And if it sucks, we'll find out. So, if you thought this review sucked, if you didn't think this review sucked, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. You can find me on Twitter at reviews_gun. Otherwise, if you feel so inclined, you can donate to my channel. I've got a Ko-Fi page at ko-fi.com/smirkinggunreviews. I've got a PayPal at paypal.me/smirkinggunreviews. Any kind of help to help out the channel would be great. Everything goes back into the channel. Otherwise, this is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews saying we're going to be back with Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider next. Have a good one. Bye.